Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Back here with day 2, round 1, World's VOD review. This one I'll have a little bit more insight than usual because I'm actually playing in this one. Playing ZoroGarb versus ZoroLucario. Now, this matchup overall I do think is pretty favored for ZoroGarb. You kind of just have to set up the ability lock Garb and wait out until Trash Garb can take over the game. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into game 1. So I'll try and offer as much insight as possible as I possibly can on my side because I'll have a little bit more insight than I usually do into these games. My opponent, Shane, goes first, gets Raw Bridget into Raolu, Zorua, Buzzwole. I get Ultra Ball for Lele for Bridget. I get Zorua, Trubbish, Zorua, opening Zorua. So I know my Zorua's probably going to go down, so I take the second Zorua because I still want to set up 2 trades. Set up a or a Trubbish because ideally I want to set up an ability lock Garb and start abusing that. So Shane's got the Mallow. I expect him to get probably, can't see his hand, probably a Fighting Energy and another Zoroark. Looks like he's going Sycamore Fighting Energy. Still can't see his hand. Yeah, looks like he's going Sycamore Fighting Energy for sure, and I expected that immediately when I saw the Mallow. Looks like Fighting Energy Cynthia. He knows it's possible. Toxin comes online next turn, so he wants to play around that. Those go on top, and the trades away Mewtwo. Don't really need Mewtwo in this matchup, and that's going to be a Sledgehammer for the knockout on my Zorua. I push Lele. That's the only thing I can really use to two-shot this to get through it. Draw trade, double puzzle. I think I do end up going for double puzzle here and getting probably Ultra Ball for Lele as well as a get the Trash Avalanche as well. I'm not sure why I grabbed Trash Avalanche there. I guess there's nothing really better to grab. I could have grabbed Floatstone for ability lock Garb. Oh, looks like I'm Sycamoring though. Yeah, so I guess I'm going with Lele for Sycamore here. So I grabbed the ability lock Garb. I'll be able to evolve to that, and then fully utilize my whole hand. Venture another Zorua as well. I won't get the opportunity to use ability lock Garb here, but I just need to get it at some point up. You can't win this matchup if you don't get ability lock Garb at any point, so I eventually just need to get ability lock Garb online and I'll be good. Evil Soda for another Zoroark, and I'll probably trade away. I think there's a Bridget in my hand. Oh, second Lele. I definitely want to put the Parallel City down and Parallel City him. And I keep Field Blower in hand so I can Field Blower away tools, up the item count. Also, if he plays Parallel City, he starts with a trade, gets another Zoroark. Has a Guzma and a Floatstone here. He trades away the Floatstone. I'm not a big fan of that because he has Guzma Floatstone in hand, so he can actually just go chase another Zorua here, which is fine for the Sledgehammer. I whiffed energy here, so I wasn't even able to set up the 2-shot on the Buzzwole. I guess he can knock it out with the Zoroark, though, which allows him to actually save the baby Buzzwole. So actually, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's actually a little bit better for him now. This does open it up for... so for me now, I want to look to go Guzma, knock out Riolu. Because if I give him Sledgehammer, I pretty much lose the game at this point. So I can't try to like 2-shot a Zoroark. So here we go. I got the DC, I got the Guzma. And I'll go Guzma, knock out the Riolu. And then I'll look to 2-shot a Zoroark or 2-shot the baby Buzzwole, whatever it might be. And then go from there. He goes trade. Not a lot going on. He really needs to try and get rid of my Parallel City. I'm not a big fan of that trade there. I think I would have Cynthia at first if I was him. But he's eyeing up double puzzle here. Let's see what he goes for. He could go double puzzle for Mallow. Riolu, actually. I think that is what he ends up going for here, if I remember correctly. This makes sense. He's traded once. Now he can go Mallow Riolu. No, I actually I like this play. And then he's going to be able to KO my active Zoroark. So I don't draw great in this game. I don't draw terrible. I'm able to do stuff. But it's like hard for me to like set up anything past that. As you can see, like my hand really, I've been drawing just cards that I can't use. I really would have liked to have gotten out another Trubbish down last turn, which I wasn't able to. Yep, trades away that, and he's gonna be able to get Diancie strong, which will knock me out. Very strong play here. Thankfully, he wasn't able to remove the Parallel City, which means he wasn't able to get a Riolu down, but I'm in a very tough spot. I do have Trash Avalanche is able to knock out the Baby Buzzle here, so that is definitely my current plan of action. Trade. I need to find Trubbish and N. I had double puzzle. Actually, I don't need to end this turn. I just need to find a Trubbish this turn. So I'm going to look to find a Trubbish this turn because I need to be able to go end Ability Lock Garb on the following turn. So I should have probably double puzzled there for Trubbish. And I probably should have Ultra Balled for Trubbish. I had an Ultra Ball in hand. I should have Ultra Balled for a Trubbish there. I should have come up with 2 cards to discard and Ultra Balled for a Trubbish there. Because I really need to set up Ability Lock Garb. I think at this point I was thinking I just hope the Parallel sticks for a turn. One more turn and he's not able to knock out my Garbodor. There he goes, trade. Some basics trade again. So I'm really just hoping he's not able to knock out my Garbodor at this point. Lucario comes down. At this point, I really need an end or a way to KO the Riolu. He's got the Guzma on my Lele, though, so he's setting up that for a knockout. So I need to end and Ability Lock Garb here, but I kind of don't have that option anymore. So now I need to go Max Potion, which I think I actually do have in hand. I'm not sure. So there's the end. There's the Max Potion. But I really need to get out. I really need to Ultra Ball last turn, actually, and get a Trubbish in place so I could go Ability Lock Garb this turn as well. There we go. See, I Max Potion the Lele. And then I'll probably just commit. Oh, looks like I'm going to go for the Guzma knockout on the... yeah, this makes sense. Guzma knock out the Riolu. He has no way to win next turn. I actually have the Trubbish as well. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. I'm not sure why I wouldn't Guzma knock out. Oh, I knock it out with Trash Lunch. Okay, okay. I don't know why. I was like, why am I knocking out with Zoroark? But yeah, this makes sense. Because I don't actually want to put a... if he gets Riolu's down, I don't want to put a Zoroark in my active. I'd rather send up a Lele. So I'd rather send up a Lele to hit into his Zoroark on the next turn after his Zoroark potentially knocks out my Trash Lunch. I'd rather attack with a Lele. Because if I attack with a Zoroark, it's really easy for him to just like bench a Riolu here, and then if I can't get to the Riolu on my turn, then he can go evolve to Zoroark or evolve to Lucario, knock out my Zoroark with just the energy. But to knock out the Lele, he needs strong and choice band, so he needs like an extra piece. And Lele still sets up 2-shot on the Zoroark. So ends me to 3. Here I'm gonna need an N plus Ability Lock Garb. Trades. Not set up great on his end right now. He actually only hits my Trash Lunch for 80. Attach to Trubbish and N. I don't think I'm hitting super hard here with my Ability Lock Garb, my Garbodor. Ugh. Probably I'm only 2-shotting the Zoroark. We'll have to see though. And I think I will probably Enhance Hammer the energy off his active to trap his Zoroark in the active. So Enhance Hammer the active, and then I swing with Trash Lunch, and the Zoroark is now trapped because I got rid of I Enhance Hammer the energy, so now he can't retreat. Plays Cynthia. Right now he's looking for 2 prizes left. He needs to look for a way to set up. I need an N on my turn now at this point to get rid of this big hand. He's most likely going to have the way to get the Lucario out with. There's trade. He has a way to get Lucario. I should prevent him from getting out. What's it called? I need to prevent him away from getting out the Lucario. So we'll see him go Ride Speed and knock out my active here. And then I'll be in the spot where I need to get an N. I need to play an N to prevent him from getting out the Lucario. But with that big of a hand, I need to end. There's nothing else I can really do. He retreats to the other Zoroark. Fine. Knockout. I probably check items here and then choose between setting up the Trubbish or Lele. I think I have to send up Lele at this point. Yeah, there we go. Send up Lele. Draw. Treasure or trade, because I don't have any Lele's left, I believe. No N, and I just swing for 120 with Lele, knowing that if he has energy Lucario, I just lose the game. There's the Evo Soda for the Lucario. He has quite a few energy in the deck, but he actually needs to get to them. And he does end up getting to the energy here. Guzma, that retreat. Oh, he actually ended up knocking me out with Zoroark. So he has to knock out with Zoroark on my damaged. What did he get? My Trubbish there or something? I don't even know. He kill my Trubbish, I think, right? Yeah. So going into game 2, same game plan as game 1. I need to set up, ideally set up Ability Lock Garb a little bit more efficiently this time, and then from there, hopefully take over the game with Trash Lunch eventually. That's the game plan I go into with this. and I am able to execute it a little bit better in game. Actually, he draws pretty poorly in game 2. I'm able to execute it a little bit better in game 3. In game 2, actually, I actually draw pretty. Actually play pretty poorly. I make some pretty big mistakes in game 2. Game 2 isn't great. So I start off with the Raw Bridget, Zorua, Trubbish. He actually has a good start of the Latios Choice Band, and I was just kind of at that point. I'm just kind of like, ugh, this is already looking really tough because that's actually like a lot of pressure early on for Latios. That's like Latios actually being efficient. Where Latios usually isn't that great of an attacker, but that's actually where it can be pretty efficient. Is right here where I open Lele and then he opens Latios DC Choice Band. He goes Lele for Sycamore. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't end up finding too much off of this Sycamore. We'll see that in just a second here. 7. There we go. He finds Buzzwole, which I'm not super scared of this early on, and let's go puzzle for the top 3. There's nothing actually much going on in top 3, and I don't actually even think I end him. I forget for sure, but yeah, the 60-30 is pretty annoying early on. I do find Mewtwo float, Max Potion Cynthia, and I think I go with the Cynthia over the end. Yeah, I don't end up using the Max Potion because I don't think it was necessary to use it here. It's like, okay, but I'd rather save it for later. When I feel like you get more value out of it. If I find DCE here, I actually knock out his, what's it called? With DCE, find Zoroark. So we'll see me trade. I think I do trade away Trash Lance to keep the Float Stone. Don't find DCE, I believe. I find the Parallel City, which is actually super important, though, to find this early on. Knowing that he probably doesn't have a great hand, I just pass from here. Him having to puzzle for the top 3. And now that he's under Parallel City, he actually can't even play down the Bridget that he has. He does go for Evo Soda. I think he thought he had a Zorua in play there. Because he initially Evo Sodas and you see he goes to take a Zoroark, but he actually doesn't have any Zoruas in play. So that was just a mistake on his end to go for that. And because he's Parallel City, he's actually just stuck, and he's going to go for 60, probably 30 on the Trubbish. Goes for 30 on the Mewtwo. Next card, DCE, of course. I think I end up double puzzling here. I don't remember correctly. Lele for what's it called would have been fine too. So I start with the trade. I think that means I am going to double puzzle. We'll see. DC to the Mewtwo and then Cynthia. I guess I'm just content with just trading here and hopefully digging for something else. Digging for a draw supporter. Not sure I actually really like that play from me though, actually. Let me see that. I really do not want to bench another Lele though. So I think that's why I went for that. And then I was like, well, if I whiff, I can just double puzzle for a Cynthia. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to trade first. Or Lele for a Cynthia, not double puzzle. Like, okay, I'll trade float. I'm not sure I like that actually. I think I like keeping the float stone. I think I would have rather seen the float stone go on the Trubbish. Yeah, I don't actually like that play that I made. So here I go, look at my discard pile, and then I go, okay. Max Potion might active for sure. DC to Mewtwo for sure. Yeah, I don't like trading the float stone there though. Because I know I'm not, so knowing I'm not going to have the active here, I should really focus on getting Ability Lock Garb out. So that way, if he has a Lele in hand, top Ultra Ball for Lele, whatever it might be, because he's under Parallel City, so it'll open up a bench spot, which means then he can use Lele to get a draw supporter or any kind of supporter that he might want. I really should prioritize getting Ability Lock Garb set up. So I really should have attached the float here and probably just traded the Lele, actually. I should have probably traded the Lele. Yeah, I should trade Lele and gone from there. I do have Ultra Ball and a tool, so I could get the Ability Lock Garb online. I don't think I go for it, and I don't think that's and I'm not a huge fan of that. But if he has a Lucario, I need some way to like kind of respond. So I could Fuel Blower and trade again. I do have 2 Zorua prizes again. Actually, I didn't even know that, or I didn't remember that until right now. He doesn't have access to a Lele. He's bridging, and he's going to get a Zorua, which is pretty annoying, but not like a huge deal. The thing I have to be worried about here is Sledgehammer on his side. That's the one thing I actually have to be worried about here is Sledgehammer. And if I remember correctly, I think I actually play into Sledgehammer. So first I trade, and I think I actually go DCE, Guzma, knockout Zorua. I don't actually remember 100%. And maybe I hope he doesn't have Sledgehammer. Yeah, I bring up the Zorua, and I knock it out. I know that's probably his only way to draw cards is through a Zoroark. I think I kind of forgot about Sledgehammer there, though. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, Sledgehammer's a thing. So I forgot about Sledgehammer there. He Ultra Balls here. He's going to get Lele. He's finally going to get the draw supporter of N. And he does have fighting energy in it. So I'm going to get Sledgehammered. Once again, I actually just kind of forgot about Sledgehammer, I think, here. Oh, he doesn't have a fighting energy in hand. I thought he had... Did he have a fighting energy in hand? Man, it flashes to his hand for just a second. Can't tell what that... Okay, it's not a fighting energy. It's some golden card. It looks like a strong energy to me. So never mind. Not a fighting energy. Some golden card. Lele for N. He's going to play N. So the Parallel City's been doing a lot of work this game, and he hasn't really been able to get out of that since like turn 1. Now I'm here hoping he doesn't... I kind of just forgot about Sledgehammer on this turn. I don't even know if I still made the wrong play. I could have maybe Guzma'd up the... I actually probably should have Guzma'd up the Baby Buzzwole and hit that for 100. I think that's what I probably should have done. I think that would have definitely probably been the better play for the turn. Instead, I went after the Zero, just hoping... Well, hopefully if I just cover his draw, he can't do anything. He doesn't get the fighting energy now, but he does have... And he can't go Ultra Ball for Zoro for anything. So it ends up working out there. But I still think I probably should have... I could have dealt with that better. Trade twice. There's Trash Avalanche. No way I can really do anything about my current situation, though. So I think I'm just going to go with... I think I get out the ability lock Garb here. And then... Oh, maybe it's prize. I actually don't know. No, it's not prize. I maybe have it in hand. No, maybe it's in this card pile. An Ultra Ball. I was looking for Lele the whole time. Here, if I actually just grab it, end up with a Guzma. Do grab Lele. I'm actually curious as to what I'm doing. If I go with the Guzma, knock out Riolu, which I think I actually do end up going for. Oh yeah, I overthought this play here. I remember this. This is why me commentating my own games gives me some extra insight. I overthought this play here. I had a Guzma in hand, and I couldn't come up with what I wanted to do. I was like, do I hit this? Do I Guzma? And then I was like, wait, if I Guzma, I get off Sledgehammer. Of course I want a Guzma. I like overthink this play here. I end up with a Guzma in hand, and then I take a Lele, and then I'm like, wait, I have a Guzma. I don't need Lele for Guzma, and Guzma gets me out of Sledgehammer range. Why am I not just Guzma in here? So I overthink this play drastically here, and then I'm like, Trash Avalanche, sure, and then Guzma, retreat, right is beating, and now he can no longer Sledgehammer me. So I like overthought that play a lot there, and then he ends up scooping on the next turn, knowing there's probably not knowing that he probably can't win the game with as much time as there is left. And we go into game 3. This game I think I finally have like decent prizes, and I open well. My last prizes were double Zorua, I think. So not great prizes. I opened Mewtwo, which is very nice. Because actually finding something that can kind of like chip into the Riolu's early can be nice. And it's something that you won't just die to a Lucario, especially when he's going first. He has the turn 1 Raw Bridget. Again, he maybe gets it all 3 games. I guess no, game 2 he goes Sycamore. So he gets the Raw Bridget, triple Zorua, I like it, and then goes with the pass. My hand is not great. I was actually really hoping... Actually, I don't think I have a way to get... I don't have a way to get... What's it called here? DC Blower and Cynthia. So I just trying to thin as many cards out of my deck as possible because I just need to draw a basic Pokemon to stay in this game. I was really hoping he would attach an energy so I could get him with the turn 1 Psychic. I was hoping he would make the mistake of attaching an energy. He doesn't. I have to dig and hope to find something. Not a great follow-up. I keep drawing to double puzzle early in this series, which actually hurts me overall quite a bit. It would be very nice to see other cards that are not puzzles until later in the game. And I have to put down Lele for Bridget. And I think I end up passing so I don't trigger his, what's it called? Whatever the GX, Cantankerous Beatdown, I think it's called, on the Lucario. So I'm in a really bad spot now. I got to deal with Lucario. I got the Bridget now, so I can go ahead and look to set up. Then I grab I should be grabbing double Zorua Trubbish here. Zorua Trubbish, there they are. I got a Billy Lock Garb in hand. I got a Zoroark in hand. I got double puzzle, which will probably be used on a Cynthia next turn. And I pass, not wanting to activate his Cantankerous Beatdown. He starts with a trade. Trades away basic fighting that looked fine to me. Then he's going with the Ultra Ball. Gets rid of Diancie, which I'm also fine with because he is under Parallel City. So it's going to be very hard for him to utilize that card at this point in the game. Definitely wants to keep the strong energy that's in his hand. And I forget what else. He has a choice band as well, which is also nice to keep. He trades a Guzma, keeping a puzzle. Yeah, that'll make sense. He attaches another strong energy, and then he's gonna hit me for 70, I believe. Yeah, 70 damage. And then here's where it's okay for me to like swing into his Lucario, because I will set up a 2-shot. I think I double puzzle for Cynthia. I go Zoroark, Float Stone to the Trubbish. I don't think I evolved to the Garbodor. I don't think I evolved to the Garbodor yet. I put the treasure back in with the other thing. I end up taking Mewtwo? No, there's no way I take Mewtwo, right? I take Cynthia, yeah. I think I put the Floatstone on the Trubbish, DCE active, knowing this the Layla's already gonna get knocked out anyways, pretty much. Or I evolve to I guess I evolve to the Garbodor. Keep the I want to keep the treasure because I want to be able to find another Trubbish. I evolve to the Garbodor knowing there's a ton of tools left in my deck and I should be able to find one. I think yeah, this is basically the strategy in this matchup. Set up ability lock Garb. Try and slow them down. I did get a tool. I also found a way to get another what's it called? Zoroark, which is great. So I'll see the double Zoroark coming out. I think I probably trade a choice band here, knowing I have 3 Flowstones left, which is plenty, and I ideally would want to set up triple Zoroark. So I think I go with I might trade Zorua here though. No, I think I trade a choice band. Yeah, trade choice band. I maybe trade Zorua now. Trade Cynthia. Yeah, knowing I might get knocked out, I want to be able to use the what's it called? N. And then I get the choice band, so I'm able to hit him for 110, setting him up for the 2-shot for a Zoroark to clean up the Lucario. I hold the enhanced hammer, so I hold the enhanced hammer here, knowing that he could just get another energy down anyways in GX. And if he chooses to retreat to save the Cantankerous beatdown for later, then I'll be able to enhanced hammer the DCE he puts on a Zoroark. So here I think he should just commit and go with Cantankerous beatdown and just utilize the energy that he has in play. So I think he has a field blower. Yeah, he field blowers and then starts trading. It's quite a few items, so I'm okay with this. At this point, enhanced hammer, but he really can't utilize that at this point. Did he not field blower away the Parallel City? Oh, did I miss that? Oh, no, there's the field blower. What was he doing before then? Oh, I didn't actually activate ability lock Garb yet. That's what it was. I didn't actually activate ability lock Garb. All right, that's what it is. And then he uses the field blower to remove those two. And here I think he just shouldn't have field blowered the tool in the stadium. I think he should just committed to Cantankerous beatdown. Using Cantankerous beatdown this turn and just left those in play. So that way if I go N ability lock Garb next turn, he has another field blower in his deck that he can find. So I actually don't like that. I don't like that field blower play from him. I think he should have held the field blower, leave the choice band there, leave the Parallel City. It kind of hurts to leave the well, actually getting rid of the Parallel City is pretty important. Get another Riolu. All right, no, I guess I like it. The Parallel City is actually super impactful. It allows him to get another Riolu in play. No, so I like the field blower play. Yeah, here he comes down with another Riolu actually right now. Yeah. I would still plan to commit to Cantankerous beatdown here though if I was him. But we will see him retreat actually the Lucario and then attack with Zoroark. And then what this allows me to do is that the enhanced hammer I saved for this turn, I can now enhanced hammer away his DCE. And then lock his Zoroark active and not even have to really worry about the Lucario. Hopefully, because I'll also be able to end him on the same turn. Top deck Trubbish is a very nice top deck for me on that turn. Enhanced hammer, field blower, and then N. Starting to have to hopefully pick up the pace. I start to pick up the pace here in play. I know we're starting to run out of time. I can be a little bit of a slow player at time when it comes to playing in tournament. Hit him with the N to 6, him to 3. Hoping to just get some decent trades off and then set up ability lock Garb. There's a blower, there's a max potion. I think I trade the Lele. Wanted to keep the Flowstone, yeah. So I trade the Lele, and now there's basically nothing to trade in this hand. I don't even know if I trade and out of this hand. I think if I trade the max potion, if anything, and I think I do go ahead and trade the max potion. Yeah, 1, 2. That's like a hard hand to trade. Like everything was so good in that. I want to keep the extra tool because I want to be able to field blower my own Flowstone, or if he field blowers my Flowstone, I want to be able to reestablish ability lock. I need to hit the Zoroark for damage. Like that was actually a really hard hand to trade out of there. So he doesn't have a great hand. Puzzle. Look at the top 3. There's a Sycamore on top. The rest of his hand, once again, is not great. And he ends up going Guzma at my other Zoroark and pass. I have a Guzma, so actually I can. So now I can Guzma knock out the Lucario off his bench, so he can no longer Cantankerous beatdown, which is actually a decent deal because then he can find DCE as an out for Lucario to be able to one-shot a Lycanroc, but now he has to find Lucario and a fighting energy. I'm thinking about not evolving to the Garbodor which I really should just evolve it immediately and attach a Psychic. And there we go. I get the knockout and take out that Lucario. He sets up the Riolu and then goes with the Sycamore that he got off of the puzzle. Now I'm very now I know that this game is going to get down to the wire here. Goes with Ultra Ball. He gets Lucario. He has energy in hand, so he's going to be able to knock out. Actually, he might be out of Lucario. Yeah, that's right. He makes a mistake this turn. He's actually out of Lucario. So he's actually unable to knock me out this turn. Actually, I think he maybe does nothing this turn. There's another Riolu he grabs. I have 4 prizes left. He has 3. Go. Fighting active, he's going to hit me pretty hard. Yeah, I think he just goes, he just goes with hitting me hard. My turn. I think I actually blower, I either blower my own tool or I just play N. Looks like I'm setting up an Ultra Ball. I should be playing faster at this point. And it actually will end up biting me in the end as we do tie this match. Thinking, taking too much time. Should be playing faster. And this does come back to bite me, and we do end up in a tie here in this game. Ultra Ball, I think I just grabbed another Trubbish, knowing I might need a second Garbodor. I do get rid of a Garbodor, but I still have the Stretcher. I might even Stretcher it back into the deck this turn. Stretcher, 2, 3. And I actually make a mistake here, I think. I shouldn't have Stretcher for 3. I actually shouldn't have Stretchered at all. Because I do go with a Sycamore on this turn, I believe. That up. I go Floatstone active because I want to be able to move that Zork. Field Blower. Just his tool because I want to leave my tool in play because I know I should be able to get everything I need on this turn. But I shouldn't have Stretchered for 3. I think I should have just actually not put anything back in the deck. And then just because I know I need to hit my double puzzle to be able to close out this game. So if I hit my double puzzle, that can get me a Garbodor anyways. So I should have just not Stretchered back anything there. I parallel him because I know I want to go into Trash Avalanche here. And I maybe actually go into Garbodor here. I forget if I go into Trash Avalanche or Garbodor here, but I want to make it so he can't KO my Trash Avalanche or do any damage to my Zoroark. So I parallel him here anyways. I go down to 3 prizes. And I end up being a puzzle off from being able to get a Choice Band here at the end of this game. So he's turn 0 at this point, I think. So I end up being a turn off from being able to win this game, I think. If I had drawn the other puzzle, I'd be able to use Choice Band to knock out his active with my Garbodor on my turn 1, or I would be turn 1, then I'd be turn 3, and I would win the game through being able to knock out 2 Pokemon with Trash Avalanche. But because I didn't draw the double puzzle off the Sycamore, I'm not able to close out this game. If I remember correctly. Let's see. I'm pretty forgetful. So yeah, he goes DC active, attack. I go draw. I think I confirm how many items are in his discard pile just to make sure. There's an Ultra Ball. I should grab the other Trash Avalanche here. Yeah, grab the other Trash Avalanche, evolve it. I'm trying to come up with a way to win the game, but I don't actually think there is one. If I have a Guzma, I might have a Guzma, which means I could Guzma, knock out the Latios, then look for something on the next turn. Go retreat, Trash Avalanche. And yeah, I don't quite hit hard enough. I think, I'm a Choice Band away. So if I had hit the second puzzle off the Sycamore, I would have had it, draw, Trash Avalanche, and been given one more turn. I also would have been able to close out the game. So I end up a little short there, but it does come down to myself on just not having enough time, or not playing fast enough. We had enough time. I actually just didn't play fast enough. I also could have scooped game 2. No, I don't think I would have scooped game 2 any sooner. Yeah, I could have just played faster on my end, and I would have had enough time to be able to close out this game and win 2-1. So I put that on myself for sure on this one. But yeah, that ends up being a tie at 1-1. Myself versus Shane. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. So with these games specifically where I commentate over my own gameplay, I do kind of focus a little bit more on myself, because there's a lot more to talk about, like what I was thinking about in the current turns and stuff, and so on. So I do end up focusing mostly on my gameplay. So let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's probably the better way to go with these types of videos. I mean, they're not going to come up super often compared to the amount of other videos I have. But when they do come up, when it is me playing, the amount of in-depth that I can go on my own gameplay is a little bit extra because I have my own thought process on the situations or what I was thinking. And I definitely did make a couple mistakes in this game, and everyone, I mean, it's not about, you know, not making mistakes. It's about being able to identify your mistakes. I definitely made a couple mistakes in this game. But yeah, just go ahead. Let me know what you guys think about that when I do my own gameplays. I do tend to focus mostly on just my gameplay, and don't look at the other players too much. Let me know if you want me to put a little more focus on them as well. I can do that for sure. Yeah, just let me know in the comment section down below. Like I was saying, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe. Links in the description as always for my live stream, my Twitch live stream, Facebook, Twitter, all that kinds of stuff. Check that stuff out if you want to. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day and peace.